Episode 3.5, bodybuilding chef. So I already did breakfast, got all that out of the way, put some of the things away I didn't need anymore, and got the things out I needed. I already rinsed off my romaine lettuce hearts. After saying that yesterday, where E. coli comes from the dirty hydroponic water that gets on lettuce, which is what I learned in college, I just decided I'd just rinse off all my produce. So I washed off my poblano pepper and my bell pepper just to fucking be safe. So we're going to make our salad bowls now. All right. I need to get a compost bin for the amount of compost that I make with all this natural produce I'm cutting up. What's really interesting, whenever I was living by myself doing this, this is all that was ever in my trash was some plastic and produce. And then I got roommates, and some of them ate out a lot, and they'd leave their to-go containers in the trash. And what I figured out pretty quickly was because of all the random shit in the trash, our trash started to stink like really bad. We also got a lot of flies. Whenever I had just produce trash, I had very few flies, if any at all. But also, just shit happens. So, interesting thing to think about. My grandmother had a farm, has a farm, and I grew up on it growing up as a kid in the summers. And I'm used to all that produce and the produce waste. And we just, you know, take that and whatever is left from dinner that we didn't want, put it in a bucket, and we'd feed it to the chickens in the morning. And the chickens loved it. Because chickens can really eat anything. And like they even find in the winter, when certain foods aren't as prevalent for them to scavenge, like insects, because insects go dormant when it's cold out. That lack of protein makes it to where the chickens don't really make any, they don't make a lot of eggs. So I saw like a video where this guy was leaving out deer carcass from hunting season, and the chickens were cleaning it because chickens are carnivorous as well, and they started laying more eggs. Kind of cool. So to test my theory, I told one of the members at my gym about it, who he does farm fresh eggs for us, and he's also an avid hunter. So he put out a deer carcass after he field dressed it from hunting. Chickens cleaned it up, and he said, "Yeah, they started laying again in the winter." So pretty cool, you know. We all kind of just lean on each other as organisms to provide sustenance and whatnot to help each other out. So kind of cool. So got the romaine, got the poblano, getting these all chopped up. I've really enjoyed the poblano this week, but unfortunately, groceries are seasonal. So unless Costco really sees a lot of people purchasing these poblanos outside of myself, we probably won't see another order of poblanos in the future from them. So I'm just going to enjoy these poblanos while they have them available for us to use at the store. They have things that are like commonly purchased by customers year round, so they keep them year round, like bell pepper. Summer, winter, spring, they always have bell peppers. But other things come and go, like peaches and whatnot, strawberries, blueberries, and whatnot. Blah, 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 blah. All right, there's that. Bell pepper next. And same method, crack the little stem end off, split it down the middle with your hands. That way you don't have to waste any of the bell pepper at all. The other method I used to do, I learned, was setting the bell pepper on end and then like just cutting off the sides like ribs. And you were left with quite a bit of waste. Like you didn't use the whole bell pepper. And I didn't like seeing that. Just feels kind of like pointless. So after I looked up a different way to break down a bell pepper, I found that. I was like, yeah, new method. Plus, it looks cool when you break it down with your hands. Feel all barbaric. But yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten through a weekend yet making these videos because my weekends are a lot different than my weekdays. But I'm not trying to make daily videos. I'm just trying to make videos frequently. So I think if I can maintain my habits during the weekdays, and these videos keep me really accountable because I kind of talk about what I'm up to and what my goals are. Then over the weekends, I get a little bit of a break, and I start back up on Monday. So the only difference is I end up cooking breakfast at my girlfriend's house, and I don't want to have to bring my. Well, I guess I'm not bringing much. I'm just bringing a tripod, but she likes to talk to me, and if I'm over here recording a video, she can't really do that, you know. So it just feels like you're just sitting there. But hey, maybe she wants to watch a live recording, you know. We'll see. But for now, I think I'll just record on weekdays, take weekends off. But it's kind of like the point here is to show you my daily routine. I do the same thing except my breakfast will take longer because cooking for two people and I only have one pan over there. I cook hers, make my oats like I do now, and then I make my omelet last. So it's just a change of pace in what I do in the kitchen. All right, we have a lot more onion today than last time, it feels like, but you know that's okay. I really like onions. So just adding all of our ingredients. Doesn't have to be in any particular order. I do like to do my liquids first, but juice of the lime, usually you get about like 10 to 14 grams. I don't really, I just like measuring it just to measure it, and it's kind of fun. All right, need a spoon. You know, actually, you could use a spatula, right? So 187 with the corn. I might just get that huge can just because it's just funny. I could definitely just keep getting the medium ones, but I just really want to get one of these huge cans. Also, when I'm cooking, I like to figure out ways to use and reuse the same utensils just to create efficiency and less dishes to do. You know, just whenever you're cooking for the first time, and you're especially when you're following a recipe, you'll end up using like a new utensil for every step in the process. And then before you know it, your sink is just filled with dirty dishes. And that is just nauseating to have to like clean all of that. And that's oftentimes what I think is the reason why most people don't like cooking is they're like, I hate to clean up. So you got to cook more and make more messes to learn the process of the cleaning. You know, you don't want to not do it because of your apathy like anything else. You just got to fuck up and learn or watch videos and learn from others. And I think that's where like some of the online chef videos that I show or I watch, I think that's where they kind of lack and I kind of step forward is they're not really teaching you about kitchen management. They're just teaching you how to cook or showing a recipe or going through like the chemistry of cooking. And I feel like I'm kind of hitting a vein that is untapped. I think. You know, I'm not really too sure. I could maybe do some more market research, but in the end, it's not about being like, I do like having original content, but it's just kind of just about sharing my bodybuilding, you know? I've always wanted to. I've tried all my life to like figure out how I could make YouTube videos. And I could just never figure out like what my niche was. I tried all the same videos everyone else was doing, and it just never fucking worked out. It felt like I'd get a couple views here and there, and I would just delete them after a while because like just nothing was working. Kind of discouraging, but they always say just keep posting. It'll work out. You know, I feel like if you just don't got the right stuff that people want to see, it ain't gonna work out no matter what you do. So maybe keep trying, but try in different ways rather than the ways that are getting you no results. Because I believe the saying is doing something repeatedly and expecting a different result is like the definition of madness or something. 15 grams. I forgot my cumin yesterday. I thought about it after I started eating my salad. I was like, this tastes good still, but I feel like something's missing. Cumin. That's what it was, I think. Yeah, because I got the black pepper and the garlic, but I leave out the ingredients that I use for my breakfast because most of them are the same. But what isn't the same is the cumin. I don't use cumin in my omelet. This garlic powder container is like so full. It wasn't, I couldn't get any out. But one of the guys I cook pulled chicken for, everyone's palate is different, which is why you got to figure out what you enjoy and what isn't too tiring for you. Because if you can figure out your palate, it'll make your diet more consistent, long term, and repeatable. He said your chicken tastes sweet. The chicken I made him with my combination of spices, and I was like, "Well, do you like sweet?" I've never tasted the sweetness, and he was like, "No, I don't really like sweetness. That's not my thing." I was like, well, "Okay, well, I'll figure out what's different, what we could do." I think I'm gonna go with a more barbecue flavor route because yesterday he told me he put barbecue sauce on it, and it made it taste way better. So if I hear barbecue sauce, I think I'm gonna throw garlic, salt, pepper. That's the same base you use on everything. But I'm going to use smoked paprika. And I think the smoked paprika will give us that barbecue flavor we're looking for. And I might look up some other common barbecue like seasonings and see if there's anything I'm not thinking of. And maybe that'll be like what it needs. Trying to get this on the dot. Okay, 90 grams. All right, so we got all of our ingredients. All of our produce is cut up. I'm going to be smart today and I'm going to remember to put my dressing in before the chicken so that the chicken acts as a barrier and keeps all the sauce from smearing all over the top lid of the Tupperware. But right now I'm going to make everything friends. But yeah, this week's been great. Body's recovering well from the deload. With the deload, it's recovering well because of the deload. Then next week, training hits back in 4 days a week. Monday, upper body. Tuesday, legs. Thursday, upper body. Saturday, legs. And it's a busy month for my girlfriend, and she usually is my workout partner. So she may not be able to work out with me, and I'll have to figure out that thing for her. But we're doing pretty much the same workouts. Um, it's bodybuilding. You're pretty much doing the same shit. And it isn't until she's stuck with us long enough that we'll concern ourselves with our muscle groups falling behind. She's very like arm and glute dominant. So if we don't do anything more than just RDL squats and hip thrusts, she's probably still going to get more and more glute development. We're just going to see what her body does. And then from there, we'll like personalize it. But for now, we just enjoy working out together. And I'll hit it for another hard 8 weeks. And, whenever you come off of a deload, you don't want to go right back to the numbers you were doing. So let's just do this with round numbers. Let's say I could lift 100 pounds for 10 reps right at the end of my big 8 week training. I don't want to immediately after a deload go back to doing 100 pounds for 8 to 10 reps. I probably won't. And if I do, my body getting that break and going right back to the shit that broke it, it'll break me. So what I need to do is let's say that training block the first 8 weeks started at 70 pounds and it progressed to 100 over 8 weeks. I'm going to take that deload and I'm going to come back and I'll start my training back at 85 or 90. And then over those next 8 weeks, I can expect to add anywhere between 20 and 30 more pounds to the lift. And if that works out, I'll end the training at, if you're starting at 90, 110, possibly 120. And then I back off and I start off at, 100. That's where my new starting point is after that training block. Add 20, 30 pounds, and then it ends at 120, 130. So it's like 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. And doing that, backing off, gives your tendons and ligaments, those grow a lot slower than muscles because they don't get the same amount of blood flow and nutrients as a muscle does. There's not nearly as many blood vessels around the joints. And they heal and grow slower. So you need to allow your joints and tendons time to heal and strengthen before you push on them again, especially if you're using chemical enhancement for performance, because then your muscles grow even faster and they get even stronger, and the tendons don't keep up nearly as well. And then it can become quite a catastrophic thing that ends your career. All right. Can we name the thing that I forgot today once again? Chipotle pepper. Here's what we do. It's too late to scoop that out and mix it back in. So I can either take a lesser heat approach today, but that ain't me, dog. We can either add Valentina's or my secret weapon. There it is. Wrong thing. Chipotle chili pepper, right? I have the dried form of it. So I got to be, very conservative with how much I use. I'll probably put this on his chicken too, but if I put too much, the shit's really spicy. It's very concentrated. So we're just going to dust it, right? Very light dusting. Since I have a big bin of custom spice mix for my chicken that I already use with those herbs, I think I'm going to create a chipotle barbecue spice mix, and I'll put that together, and that's what I'll season his chicken with. So I think it's going to be garlic, cumin. I might put the garlic on the side because I like to handle the garlic flavor on my own. But it's definitely going to have cumin, chipotle pepper, and smoked paprika in it. And then I might add some other like light spice. That looks like it needs to get kind of tossed around a little bit. I stir the chicken and everything together a little bit before I eat. So I distribute that heat around, but now I'm not going to miss out on that flavor. And these are the little mistakes you make when you cook. That's totally normal. I've been making the same recipe for like 2 weeks, and even now I still forget things. And that's okay. You just got to be adaptable. You got to figure out solutions to your problems. If you don't, then, just going to get stressed out for no fucking reason. All right, so all of these are done. Now I just need to add the 4.5 ounces or 6 ounces of chicken to each. Getting these out of the way. Remember to put them away. I like to kind of move things through stages like a cooking line. All right, greased lightning. Hopefully I cooked this or not cooked, but completed this recording in relatively the same amount of time as yesterday. I'm trying to get faster and faster at it. And I figured out if I lower my video quality down to 1080p, I mean, you're not really watching this for the video, right? You're just listening and watching at the same time. And I think knowing that, I'm okay with bringing the video quality down slightly because there's not a lot to really see. I'm not doing cinematic action shots. It's just talking. It's just random shit. So I brought it down to 30 frames per second, 1080p. And holy cow, these videos upload in like 10 minutes and they're almost 20, 30 minutes long. That's great. That means I can confidently produce content and not be concerned with how it affects my day. Because originally, other times, I tried uploading these videos and it was like workout videos. And I tried to record them in like 4K because I thought that was like what everyone wanted to see. And I did them in 60 frames per second so you can see all the movement because everyone was saying like if you can record 60 frames per second, then you can see more action. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that, not knowing really. And all it did was make my videos take 4 hours to upload. I was recording 15 to 30 minute long videos, the same as these, Same style and content, just lifting weights rather than cooking. And I had to wait 4 hours for my video to upload. It was fucking crazy. And I was on the same Wi-Fi source too. So I think just reducing the file size was like a huge win for me by bringing down some of those categories of it. And I mean, 1080p is plenty good enough. Like I said, this isn't action shots. You're not looking at high def crap. It's just some meathead chopping up a bunch of food and putting it together. So I don't think we need to worry about it. Now, let's say I was getting paid to do this, then yeah, of course, I would invest in things to improve the production quality, but I'm not there. So for now, I'm just enjoying the process. And it's just like it's the same thing with bodybuilding, right? Like do what works for you, do what you enjoy, enjoy your process of growth, learn what you can, make it work for you, and then things will come your way. Like there's certain facets of recording and training that must be abided by. I think, you got to have high quality training. Well, you have to have at least good quality sound whenever you're recording. Because if you can't hear anything, people comment, did you record this on a potato sort of thing? And I know the sound on this isn't amazing, but it's certainly better than just a camera with the built-in mic. And with training, there's basic things, basic needs you need to cover, just like with video, you need to cover these little basics. You do all those, you have a somewhat acceptable product. You do enough of those, you have somewhat acceptable training program that leads to results over time. So 1 meal, 2 meals. I already had breakfast. I usually chug my 22 ounces in the video, but I already drank all 66 ounces this morning. So actually, if I chug another one, I'll be at 88, and my goal is a lot of water every day. It's really hard to hit 2 gallons a day. It just takes, you got to be diligent and very on top of it to get that done, which I'm going to challenge myself next week when I'm lifting to try and improve my water intake a little bit. All right, so there's a little mess here on the counter. And we like clean counters, clean surfaces. It's healthy, it's good for you. So, a little Lysol wipe here. I do this every day, usually off camera, but it's kind of like that SpongeBob episode where I think it was the comedy show they were doing that Squidward was like doing for the Krusty Krab to increase profit. And whenever he went on stage, everyone like booed him off, and then SpongeBob went on stage and just cleaned, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah!" Same thing. I feel like I always wanted to make a channel, literally of me cleaning, just because it's kind of satisfying. So maybe I'll take y'all to work and let you just watch me clean all day. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah. So let's put these tortillas. I got 2 in here already, so I need 4 more. They make them fresh at the store. I get them from HEB, which is a local Texas grocer. So I store them in the fridge so that they make it the week without going bad. 1, 2, 3. I'm counting cards. 4. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Nice. So I got, and now there's 6 left in this one. I got 6 in here. So this is my work food, and then I will eat those other ones at work tomorrow, which is Friday, I believe. And happy leap year, y'all. Kind of cool, right? Leap years don't happen often. Sucks for those of you in school because it makes your semester a whole day longer, usually. But yeah, there's all my food for the day. Getting it packed up. in my lunchbox. Gonna put that stuff away, wash some dishes, and get to work. All right, here we go. Bottoms up. Y'all have a good day.